Well, good morning everybody, and welcome to Techsavvy 13. It's good to have you on board, and I'm just going to adjust my sounds a little bit, so just excuse me one second. And today's subject is photographs and how you transfer them to your computer. So I'm hoping you are able to witness what we're going to do, and again, what I will do is create a watch party straight afterwards. You can create a watch party from this recording, and you can also access it after the event on YouTube. So there's lots of different options there that we can do. So in a few minutes we'll start our program, and I'm just waiting to see if we've got more people on the line. Welcome, Lorna. And I'm hoping I might be joined by one of my colleagues, Neville Ord, today, and you might be able to see him on camera. Here we go, Neville, here you are, good to see you. I can't bring you on camera at the moment though, it's not coming through. I can see that's not an option. Right, okay. It's interesting that you have to be the first person in to come on camera. Anyway, if that option appears in a little while, then please, I shall try and get you involved. Let's have a look. Viewers. Okay. Righto. So, without further ado, I'm going to let you in. And I'm just going to see if we can then begin our program. So here I've got my camera, and I've also got my laptop, and I've connected my camera up to my laptop here through a USB cable, which connects into the camera on the side here. And when I switch that camera on, you'll see what will happen. I'm also looking at my laptop, and with that you can also see where the program goes if you want to have photographs. So I'm just clicking in on photographs here, down at the start button, and then over here we have our menu system, and I'm now going to click here, which is where the photographs are, so you get an idea where the photographs are actually on board in the machine. So this is the window we're looking at. You can see that the long panoramic is also on my desktop here, so that's one of the most recent pictures I've taken. So I'm going to close that down again because I want you to see what happens when we actually click on being able to download the pictures. So the next bit of the process is by loading in the photographs from my camera. As soon as the lights come on my camera, you'll see that the window is taken over, and it's looking for new photographs and pictures now. So I found this is one of the best ways to do it, and you can now see that there is a wealth of pictures there, over 16 of them that have been selected, but I'm just going to take the first, well, let's see if we can import one or two of them. Okay, there we are. So I'll just import those. So I've just selected at the top there the pictures that I wish to pull in, and what will happen now is it's just gone and got those pictures. Now that's the process from the camera. You can also use the SD card reader if you've got one of those on, and you can also transfer through with mobiles, but I'm going to ask my friend Neville about that in a minute or two. So that's the simple process. I'm now going to turn my camera off, But where has those pictures gone? It's gone into this folder here, which is photos. But there are two possibilities. I can either take it into OneDrive, or I can also take it into the folders that are in my pictures library. So it does follow the rules as before in taking it into the picture library. If that process automatically doesn't work for you, you can click on the import option there, and it's got the options from a folder or from a USB stick. So from a folder would be your SD card reader, and from the stick would be a USB device. So with that, you would have the opportunity to transfer it directly into your computer that way. But I've actually got it into the photo editing facility here. So if I just click on the pictures, you can see it explode and it goes really large. And I have features here where I can edit and change the picture, but this isn't the focus of what we're talking about today. So I'll just go through. That picture is okay, but that is wrong because it's focused on the fence there, so I need to get rid of it. So I just delete that, and it will give me the option to delete this file. So I'll just delete that out of the package, and then we're back into the other options there. So I just downloaded a couple of pictures, and I want you now to see where that has gone onto the computer. So I'm going to close that window down, and I now go into the folder area down here. Sorry it's so small. I can just bring it a little bit bigger so you can see a bit more about it. There we go. Sorry for the wobble. So here is the folder that contains all the libraries. So what is going to throw most people is that their pictures will be either in one of two places. Microsoft are very keen for you to use their storage, and therefore it could be in the OneDrive area if you've selected that option, and so photographs can go in there. As you can see, it's got some pictures in there. I choose not to do that because I can transfer across my network. So shortcuts here, the quick access view. I'm going to go into pictures, double click on that, and where will my pictures be? Well, the simple answer to that is it orders it in the default section in Windows 10 into months on my machine. So it's actually contained in here. So I'm double clicking that, and if I go down to the folders, let's scroll down a little bit, and you should find it right at the end. As the last pictures come in, and there we are. There's the pictures that I've loaded in. And you'll find that when I double click on it, we're back into the editor again, and we're back into the main device for using this. So that in essence is how you transfer your pictures and where they will possibly be. So I think that would help us to understand that. Now I'm going to ask Neville. Neville, I know you're on the call. Could you write in the comment column something about how you might do that on an iPad or an Android device? Is it the same process or not? I'll just wait and see if he can put something in there. Looking to see. I'm just writing the question in comments. Neville, can you tell us about Androids and iPads, how you transfer them? Because obviously you don't have a cable like I've got on my camera here, like I've got a USB port. On an Android there is that, so that would work. So we now have the situation where we've transferred those pictures across, and they will be on our desktop machine down here. Okay, this is what Neville says. Thank you, Neville. You take the photo from the iPad naturally, so it saves automatically on the tablet in the Photos folder. So essentially when you take your pictures, they automatically go to the cloud. That is the area where you get your pictures coming in from those sources. So that's how it usually works. There are no wires involved. It's all done through the cloud. So when your provider, when you buy your tablet or device, they will ask you which provider do you want to have to do this work. So you can actually use third-party cloud devices. Popular one is Google Photos, and they transfer your pictures automatically. So that's wonderful that that can be done, and that can be a danger too. So you just have to watch how you do that, because you might have some pictures you don't want to share on the cloud. For instance, I have vulnerable people that I work with, and I don't particularly want to do that, so I switch that option off. One of the major mysteries, and we've covered it before, is photo streaming on Apple devices, whereby your photographs travel across all your devices at once. This too can be a problem if you've got a low capacity iPhone, 16 gigabytes, something like that. You'll soon run out of space, and therefore you have to keep emptying the pictures from your iPhone. But if you've got photo stream changed on, you basically have to then switch off that option, or else it'll fill your iPhone with pictures, especially if it's a low one. Neville also says on Androids you connect via a cable, like you do on the laptop, and it opens up the folder and shows you the photos. And it's best to install on a Fire Explorer app before, so you can see the photos and then move to either a folder on the tablet or on Google Drive, the online storage that we've been talking about. So some useful hints and tips there from Neville. I'm really sorry I couldn't get your picture on the call. It's weird how it only picks up the first person that connects with me using the comments area. So if somebody comes on before you, you are stuffed, and I can't introduce you midway flight into the conversation. So we've just got a couple of minutes more, so what I will do is just go back over that and just show you what we did. Your photos automatically come in when you click on your camera to load it in. So here we go. Let's just load that in again. This is for people who joined a bit later. Your computer comes out, and then it starts to load in the pictures, and it will load in the last amount of pictures that it hasn't acquired onto the device you're currently using. So this time I'll just select this picture, and this will be imported in. You can have as many as you like, or you can select all of them, and we'll just see if that imports in, or whether it's been imported in before. And it has been imported in before, because there it is. So sorry about that, I'll have to take a picture again. Yes, it says make sure your camera is set for PC mode, says Neville. So I mean, there are lots of different ways that can be done, but essentially on the menu system of your camera. That's a good tip, or else the automatic stuff won't work. So you will find that it will do those. So I will now close. Oh, I just mentioned to that if your camera doesn't automatically do that because it hasn't been set to PC mode, that may be one way, is that you're given two options: from a folder or from a USB device. So you can either click that and load it in from your computer, or you can click it from a USB device, which is my camera installed in from there. So looking for device, it goes immediately back to that again, and then you can start to click again to import your pictures. And it's very efficient, very useful, and easy to do. So thank you, Neville, for those tips, and thank you to everybody who's joined in Techsavvy today. And for those who've just joined late, we've been looking at how to transfer pictures. I would suggest now that you join us for the watch party, which will go through all of this again, and you can then be able to see this whole presentation from the beginning. Neville's just mentioned you can also extract the SD card and stick it in your card reader, which can happen on desktop systems or your laptop if you have an external USB card reader. Both of those work. So that's how you would do it on a PC. That's how you would do it on mobiles. Thank you for watching Techsavvy. We'll see you again. Tune in next week, and hopefully we will do another session. Don't know what that will be, but tune in next Friday and see you all again. Just to remind you, we're doing a watch party next, and then we will be publishing this on the YouTube channel, where you can go back and look at previous episodes of Techsavvy. Thank you for watching, and I'll just say goodbye.